I'm Rob Mitchell of Digipix Media. For the past 30 years, I've been a photographer and director of photography in the video realm. One of the things I'm excited about today is the technology changes that have happened. We're now able to shoot in a very small package, which is called DSLR or digital SLR. What's the advantage of shooting with a little camera? Well, a lot bigger than you think. First of all, lenses. Second of all, the sensor. And third, the media. So let's talk about lenses for a second. Why do I care if I can change lenses? Simple. The film guys have known this for years. Having the lens that actually suits the situation you're in will give you better images and a nicer production. So now, without having to use servo zooms and being able to change the focal length within the lens, I can actually change the lens itself. If I need something that's really wide, I can put an 18mm on here or smaller. I can also put on something like this, which is a zoom lens, which allows me to go from 55mm to 250 or greater. Many times I'll shoot a lens that's anywhere from 400 to 600mm. Now, why do I care? Well, you can get that little extra distance without having to engage 2x extenders. I'm getting a little bit more stability. A lot of these lenses have anti-shake built into them. They have autofocus. Now I'm kind of a purist and I do everything manual, but it's there if you need it. The body itself, it's a small package, but what you care about is the sensor. Now the sensor within this particular camera is fairly large. In fact, it's larger than most traditional video cameras. It shoots full 1080p, but it also does one other thing that a traditional video camera cannot do as well. It shoots stills. I can shoot with this camera in the RAW format or the JPEG format. I prefer to shoot RAW. The advantage to that is I can totally process my stills digitally, cleanly. Now, one of the other things we talked about briefly was the media. This camera uses SDHC cards. Now they're very small. You've seen them. You use them probably in your computer. They're inexpensive. A 16 gig card, under $100. Now, what does it mean? Well, on a 4 gig card, I can hold approximately 1 hour of high definition footage with full audio. Fantastic. Traditionally in the past, that would take at least a tape, if not two, which are fairly bulky, heavy, and you have to have a lot of them around to get your stuff done. But the other advantage is that when I've shot my footage, I can go back to the edit suite, I can download my footage directly into the computer, and within a matter of minutes, I am ready to edit. Not true with tape. Tape you have to log, you have to batch digitize to get it into a digital world, and you're doing that transcoding from digital to analog to digital. I think there's probably some loss there, so if you can avoid those steps, it's always best. Now my camera, I kitted out a little bit and I changed the way that it's set up, and it's really easy to do it with a DSLR. I've added in a viewfinder hood. Now this hood allows me to shield my screen. All digital cameras come with some form of electronic screen. But by shielding it, I now have that traditional eyepiece, which allows me to shoot a little bit cleaner and get a sharper focus. I'm able to add hoods. This one's a rubber hood because I keep bashing into doors. But you can add all kinds of things like matte boxes, shoulder rigs to give you a 3-point position, steady cams. Any traditional support that you used in the past, you can use with a DSLR. The advantage is it's lightweight. I can hold this camera all day long and not get tired. Can't say the same with an HD cam. In a nutshell, DSLR is where the technology is going. It's the first step. There's probably many more things to come over the next 20 years, but it's something to really look into. Cost effective, incredible quality of shooting. Check it out.